Please welcome Adith Thayagarajan.
Mic check. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I would like to take you guys back 4 years ago to the first glimpses of freshman orientation. Imagine walking into a gym crowded with students. There's a pool of students divided into different sets of bleachers. As you walk in, some faces you recognize, but the rest are dwindling with anonymity. Some teachers are walking around assigning kids to different blocks of students as you sit next to a group of kids that you don't even know yet. And for the next 4 years, we all got to know those groups of kids. We attended dances together, watched sports games together, crammed for tests in study hall together, and got caught out of dress code together. Freshman year was when we all got to meet our friends and really figure out what charter life was. It was a time where we met a new version of ourselves, a version with goals and aspirations. And for the next 3 years, we were all rewarded one way or another through all the sleepless nights and caffeine. My reward was experiences. Experiences like walking into homeroom 318 with my red puffy coat, loudly debating about sports with my homeroom teacher, Mrs. Vega, and the rest of the classroom. Or going on plenty of adventures with my friends after school. It was a time that I cherished very much. And every year brought a new set of experiences. Who could remember that sophomore trip to Longwood Gardens? Or those pep rallies that were definitely rigged against us. But times like that came to a swift end. On March 13th, 2020, Mrs. Ravello announced to the school that there would be no school for 2 weeks due to COVID-19. At the time, I was relieved, Life was getting busier by the minute. Junior year, incredibly grueling. I, like most students, was looking forward to see, hey, what can we do during this break? But what was once a 2-week break expanded into a hiatus of over a year. A hiatus during such a crucial period in time when the college applications were coming up and SATs were still going on. COVID-19 was unprecedented. It was a virus that nobody saw coming, and it took many of our memories away and lives. And today, we still stand here through all those obstacles, of what was going on in society at that point, online school, how difficult that was. We're still here. We stayed resilient, and we made the best of what we had, We showed our swagger through changing our dress code. We went from khakis and polos to charter hoodies and pajamas pants. Even though we couldn't really go to junior prom or homecoming, we were okay to stay at home and eat ice cream. Senior social was coming up in a couple months too, so not that big of a deal. Instead of beaming our smiles at pictures highlighting our senior year, we had the pleasure of letting our blue masks display that emotion. All bad jokes aside, I would like to say thanks to the teachers, staff, and parents of today. You guys united as one and made our lives a little bit easier in a time when easy was a scarcity. For teachers and staff and parents, you guys united to really give us the best senior year possible. Even though we couldn't have that traditional senior year, you chaperoned, you organized, you did all these cool and creative events, and you really gave us a lot of great experiences throughout the time. And I commend all of you for it, and I thank you. And for the parents, I know we may have annoyed you too much during the pandemic, but we still love you. And I know everyone's had a tough year, but seniors, I see a bright light at the end of the tunnel. And this time, it's not a train. For the last 4 years, I really got to understand what the charter shirt and the badge on the shirt, what it really meant. And it meant integrity. It meant decency. It meant perseverance. And that is exactly what the class of 2021 stood for. And as I leave you off, I want you guys to remember a couple words. We, the class of 2021, went through the most